What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Clayton Smith, Lane Slack.
Howdy.
Be sure to like and subscribe if you love the content. Hit the bell notification. We're gonna put that up on the screen now. We're gonna pan to Lane in Suture Lab. What's going on, guys? Go.
Hey friends, before I get into this video, I wanted to show you a few of the sights and sounds from our Pigfoot Suture Lab, so enjoy these clips.
Hey, Smith can be my cameraman. Dude, I'm gonna hire you, Smith. You wanna make some money? Christian, Please stop.
Hunter? Let it go. Where is it?
Peachy.
It's because I put him too close.
Yo.
How's it going, dude? Let's look at these new ones right here instead of the old ones. Let's work out. John's looking like Texas. I did that for him. Oh, okay.
Okay. He does it wrong.
Do these guys look similar? No way. How's it going, boys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, no pressure. I wish that they couldn't see all the really garbage ones. We're losing you, doctor.
Jacob also opened his cassette upside down.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Steven and I am a second-year dental student. And this is just going to be an update video on dental school. How is dental school going? What is going on? What has been up lately in my life, in the life of dental school? I feel like I haven't had a good sit down to discuss the entirety of dental school. I've been making a lot of vlogs lately, a lot of content in sort of different realms that surround dental school, but I haven't just sat down with you to discuss the entirety of dental school as I like to do from time to time. And before I get into that, big, massive shout out to Jaanuu for these scrubs. These are Jaanuu's new slate scrubs. Now, first off, they have no idea I'm even talking about them in this video. They sent me these scrubs as part of the color launch for the slate scrubs, and I love them so much that I wanted to wear them in this video, show you the new color, and just tell you how much these are like truly my favorite scrubs I've ever worn. So if you like the look of this slate color, this nice dark gray, very elegant, very strong, powerful looking color, make sure you head on over to Jaanuu and get you a pair of their new slate scrubs. So what has been up in dental school lately? It's funny, like when I think about the way dental school is right now for me and my classmates in our second year here, the one thing that I always go back to is dog days. If you've ever heard the term dog days of summer, for example, it sort of describes like the middle of the summer when the days are long and hot and maybe things are kind of slow or not a whole lot is going on. And that is sort of where I feel me and my class are at right now in dental school. I think I'll go ahead and get specific and then I'll broaden out. Specifically, we are finishing up with a bunch of courses here in our second semester of our second year. We had a bunch of lab courses that started out this semester. It was an absolutely packed semester to begin. We had 4 labs running at the same time and we were in lab every day of the week. It's just been an absolute ton. So we had operative lab, endo lab, fixed prosthodontics, as well as removable partial denture. We're still finishing up with RPD, removable partial denture. That is the final lab course that we're still working on a little bit, but even that one is basically over at this point, and now it's just turning in our final projects and officially finishing that one. And as far as lectures are concerned, there have been similarly a lot of lecture courses that were packed into the top of the semester that are all kind of coming to an end at this point. Which is all to say that this semester has been very difficult. It has been a whole lot of time spent studying and working in lab. It's been a lot, it's been very taxing, but a lot of that is sort of coming to an end in this transition period right now. Now, in terms of the bigger picture, what is going on? Well, this is our last semester in our technique labs. And what that means is after this semester, specifically in the month of July, me and my classmates will be treating patients for the first time ever in our lives. It's very, very exciting. And that means that this is a final semester in which we get to practice our hands-on skills before we transfer over to real live human patients and start working on them. It's an interesting time, and it really is a transition period. So much of what we've done over the past 2 years has been theoretical. It's been come up with a situation, a scenario, a patient case that isn't actually real, and learn how to treat it. In a couple months, when we get our first patients, those simulated patient cases become real patient cases. These are real people with real lives, real jobs, real families, and real issues in their mouths. And those are the things that in a few months we're going to begin tackling. So it really has been a lot to just kind of wrap your mind around. But as all of dental school has been, the beginning of this semester has been just sort of a sprint. Just keep your head down, get through it day to day, make sure that you get the work done, and eventually you will get to the end of this entire process. And honestly, it's the middle of April. I mean, as much as this semester has been very tough, and arguably, in my opinion, the toughest semester of dental school so far, I know I say that pretty much every time, but they progressively get more difficult. As much as that is the truth, it is almost May at this point, which means we only have like a month and a half left of this semester, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But that's also very exciting for me. So one thing about me is like, I'm really ready to go. I'm really excited about the future. I can't wait for a couple years, for 2 years from now when I graduate and start practicing dentistry. I'm super, super excited about the future. That's not to say that I'm looking forward to the future to the point where I don't want to be in the present. That's absolutely it goes against everything that I always preach on this channel, but I do constantly think about the future and about the way things will be when I'm not in this slog of school. And so I guess because this is a stream of consciousness video, I'll talk a little bit about the future. I do think all the time about the future. Obviously, as a dental student at this point in my life, I'm 25. Basically, everybody in my life that I know is they're on to the next thing. They're on to their jobs. A lot of them are starting to consider marriage. They're starting to consider the buying of big things like houses and cars. Some of them have already done that. And me, I'm still in school. And that's what each and every one of you who goes into dental school or medical school, whatever it may be, you'll experience the same thing. I think at times it's a little frustrating, not because you don't think you're gonna be successful, but like in a sense, you kind of feel like I'm behind. People in my life they're moving on, they're ahead, they're already started, and I'm just still studying for tests, which I think at times feels a little bit juvenile, at least to me. But ultimately, we know the goal. We know that we all want to be successful practitioners, and so in order to do that, we have to go through these years of sitting down, studying, and not necessarily doing something that we innately want to do, not actually making an impact on other people. Really, everything we do is making an impact on ourselves, but we're not reaching out and touching others in our life, which all of that is a little bit frustrating at times, especially in the second year when you've been doing it now for 2 years. So I think ahead. I think about my future a lot. And if you know me, if you've heard my story, you know a lot about the channel and everything I've talked about. You know that I do actually know at this point where I will be practicing dentistry. It's no secret. My dad is a dentist and has been for many, many years. I will be going into his practice and helping him out for a few years before he retires. And so that whole process is already on the table, which is really, really a wonderful thing for me. I know where I'm gonna be. I know what the practice looks like. I know what the practice has now and what it needs in the future. And all of those things I'm beginning to sort of wrap my mind around now. The two things that I'm really focused on for this period of my life are, number one, becoming a good clinical dentist. I have to be able to do good dentistry. My primary goal as a dentist will be to treat people in the right way. And in order to treat people in the right way, you have to know what you're doing. So becoming a good clinical dentist is the first thing that I'm really focused on right now. And the second thing is this right here, YouTube. I want to build up this YouTube and have it be something that I can really go forward with and shoot for the stars with in the future. It's funny, like when I think about how I started this YouTube channel, it all came down to one question that I used to ask myself, and that was, in your career as a dentist, do you see yourself creating some sort of content? And the answer for me was always an emphatic yes. I've always loved working with a camera. I have this crazy passion for like digital design and for the creation of brands and just everything that I can kind of do here on YouTube. And I saw all of those things playing into my future as a dentist. So with that emphatic yes, I knew that the answer for me was to start as early as possible. And that's why I started making YouTube videos as a first-year dental student. I'm here now in my second year, and the channel has grown basically exponentially since I started. And I'm super, super excited to see where the channel is at by the time I graduate, and then to transition into my practice as a dentist and to move from dental school content into the content of a dentist. So I'm talking about still making vlog type videos, but instead of, going around in dental school, we're actually treating patients and we're building up a business. I'm excited to talk about building a team in the office, hiring people, getting the right people together to sort of accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish and that we will want to accomplish as a business, impacting the community that we're in. It's a small town with, admittedly people that we will be able to get to know, understand, know their families, and understand the impact that we can have on them, and building something that all of you can enjoy and learn from. I'm talking about using products and techniques on the channel and telling you how they go so that as you're in your own practice, you can kind of pick and choose what we do and what you might want to apply to your own practice. There's just a lot of cool things that I have planned for the future, and all of those start with the creation of videos right now. I absolutely love YouTube. It is truly my passion at this point. It's become part of my life, so I don't really have a whole lot of trouble with like making it happen. I kind of just am able now to churn out the videos, and I really enjoy it. It's the thing that I enjoy doing most with my free time. And it's still like that. It's always been like that, and I've sort of waited for over time for it to change and for it to become this difficult thing that feels like a job, and it really never has. And so I'm just excited to continue making content that all of you enjoy throughout these next couple years, and then trying to really, really push the limits in a few years and build something truly special. I hope you're all here to see and enjoy that. But in the meantime, dental school is dental school. We're in the dog days of dental school, but big changes are coming. We're about to be placed into our clinic groups in probably a few weeks even. I keep expecting that email to come through. To explain that, basically we're all put into groups in the clinic. So we have roughly 100 students in our class, and we will be divided up into, I believe it's 6 groups now. And those each have 2 group leaders. Those are 2 experienced professors that help us treat patients. All of this I will talk about in the future as it happens, but right now we're really in a transition period. I can't say it enough. It's like we are finishing up with all the academic and didactic stuff along with the technique sim lab stuff, and we're transitioning right on into the real life treatment of patients, and very, very excited about that. So that's how it's going. That is what is happening in dental school, and I hope that you've been enjoying the videos. I hope that you're super excited like I am to see the future of this channel, of my career, and just of everything. I think eventually this thing will expand beyond just me, not just me sitting here in my apartment creating content. I think eventually it will be a team of people trying to build something special, build something great, and I really hope that you're all excited about that and looking forward to seeing it. And if you are, the best way to do that is to subscribe. I always say it right now, and I guess I had my buddy Dylan say it at the beginning of this video. If you enjoy the content, make sure that you subscribe. It's the best way to kind of stay up to date with everything that's gonna be coming out, and there is plenty. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Just a little sit down update on the way things are going. And I guess there wasn't really actually a whole lot to talk about, but you know me, I always make things extremely long and drawn out, so that's kind of the way it went. I appreciate you all. I love you all. It's been so much fun watching this channel grow and continuing to grow each and every day. Each and every day there's like 20 or 30 new people on this channel, which I just find mind-blowing. Let me know what you want to see. If it's Anki videos, if it's more dental school vlogs, if it's more more videos like this where I'm just sitting down talking more product stuff, just anything that you want to see, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite thing is, and all of it will be coming, I promise. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and my friends, as I always say at the end of my videos, I will see you in the next one.